Hi, it's Cassandra, and I'm here making another video. And one thing that I always do if my phone is ringing while I'm making a video is not answer it. So that is not planned. This is your time with me, and that person can call me back. So I'm just gonna wait a minute for the phone to pick up. Great, I can hear someone leaving a message. Awesome. So I took a month off from making some videos in January. I had lots going on. I did lots of entertaining. I had a lasagna lunch with a bunch of my friends. I wanted to be surrounded with lots of love and laughter and great feeling. And I wanted to share my amazing lasagna making skills. Now, they are not, world class or whatever. Let's just say I'm not entering any baking contests. But I love to share with my heart. So on the last video, I shared this and I got into talking a little bit too much about my flower arrangement, which is so beautiful. I love flowers. I love red flowers. I love putting things together, puttering. This is a great way to find peace. It's a great way to bring yourself back to your center, to bring your well-being into place. I have a philosophy called sparkle-centered living. The world outside is chaotic. January can be chaotic, all of those goals looming in front of you, but you can take a moment to make a flower arrangement. You can take a moment to admire one. You can take a moment to buy one for someone else. Someone said the other day that they asked me if I was a florist because I am making so many videos with flowers in them. So no, that is a part of my branding. I do not sell the flowers. I do not sell the flower making services. It's just my fun. It's just my personal fun practice that pulls me into alignment and I feel better. It's one practice. I do yoga, I do Zumba. There are other things that I do to pull myself into that alignment. But being in that sparkle-centered place so you can radiate out, that is one thing that I talk about. So earlier on in that video, I did start talking about this. And then I started talking about the flower arranging. So I'm not going to focus on the flower arranging. This video is about making a massive 1-year calendar target board for fun, scheduling success for yourself. So this is part of the Creativity Prescriptions, a group of blog posts that I wrote in 2009. And this one is titled Fill in the Blanks. You can find it on my blog, you can look it up. And what I want you to do is look at January. For me, I had my lasagna lunch. So every January from now on, that filled such a nice well in me that I am now going to always have a lasagna lunch to fill my January with laughter, with friendship, with well-wishing. That's what I needed in the bleak winter that can sometimes encompass January. So this is a great idea. So now we're in February. What is the Valentine's idea I'm going to share for you as a suggestion for your own massive target board? You can find this on my blog. I'm going to post it so anyone can print this out. You can print it out right now, but I'm going to put it in a spot where it's easy to find. And I'm going to ask you to move to January. I'm going to ask you to move to February. I'm sorry. So February is a month where some people, if they're single, if they're not in a relationship, if they're divorced, it can be a very lonely month. Even if you're married, it can be a lonely month. But I have found ways around this. I was asked the other day if I give out marital advice and counseling. No, I don't. I did minor in family and child, but no, I don't give marital advice. But here is a good piece of advice for Valentine's Day. Just looking for it here, not seeing it. Okay, I'll just have to tell you about it. I bought myself a Valentine's Day gift and gave it to my partner to give to myself. Therefore, I get what I want. I once returned a hot air balloon ride. I hate heights. I don't like heights. So I chickened out at the last minute. I'm not proud of this, okay, because the gift was non-returnable technically, but I canceled it. So that was just me being a big chicken and not a good recipient of gifts. But anyone in the future wanting to give me hot air balloon for a hot air balloon ride, no thanks, okay? No thanks. I don't like hot air balloon rides. Not that any of you guys are going to. So we're on to February, Valentine's Day. Now on my blog, in the creativity prescriptions, it does say that I am well loved. What does that mean? That means that I have been adored in my lifetime. I have been showered in love. I'm so lucky. And I'm so gratuitous for that love and appreciation. So it all starts with my dad. He would have standard on our table at Valentine's Day, no matter how much money we had, red roses for my mom and the family. So a dozen red roses on Valentine's Day, that is the classic gift. And why am I even talking about this at all? Because I have seen flyers, I have seen catalogs, I have seen much marketing material with very cheesy things for Valentine's Day. Go with the classics. This is a dozen sweetheart red roses. They're smaller, they're not bigger, on purpose. They're compact and sweetheart roses. And these are even fair trade. Fair trade roses. You can get fair trade roses. Beautiful. So I put some tissue paper on the bottom. I added some ribbon. And this is a beautiful little gift for my daughter now when she comes home after school. My son, not so much into Valentine's Day. My own dad would get us these cute little bears with signs that said, I am cute, you are cute, be mine, and all those cute things, and put them on our spots of the table. So I'm trying to follow suit and trying to follow his lead. He is a romantic. So he insists on giving flowers. So men who give flowers, big check marks. How can we use this in our marketing? If you market to women, flowers. Who are your top 10 clients who are women? Flowers. Who are your top 10 clients who you want to land? Flowers. So this idea comes from high school as well for marketing, where we had something called carnation grams, flower grams, where you could order these for people you were crushing on or friends. So I attached my business card, I think it's upside down, to this carnation. This is dried, but you get the demonstration and you give them out to your top 10 clients. Carnations considerably less than roses. They last a lot longer too. So last year, there I was at the hairdresser. And a man came in one of our orthodontists locally, and he himself gave out roses to everyone at the salon, met us personally. There was he had a little label made. But if you have cards, you can just attach a card. And he gave it out, and I kept it because I appreciated that, because I appreciate flowers. Obviously, if you've seen any of my videos, I appreciate roses. So him just showing up out of the blue, giving out roses to everyone, very nice. It reminded me of the carnation grams that my crushes gave to me, meaning people who were crushing on me. And how does that work in high school anyway? The people who you like never like you. You know how that works, and vice versa. People who remember that story. So another great idea. I have this prepared for my daughter today. As I said, my son, not so interested in Valentine's Day. So I respect that, and I don't try to smother him with a bunch of Valentine's Day stuff. But for my daughter who does enjoy these things, this is what I put together for her. This beautiful standard classic, the red heart. This is a fabric one with fabric flowers. I love this. This is totally classic. Let's get a good shot of that. Totally classic. And this is also a standard that I'm putting in to my daughter's mind. The flowers, the candy. Isn't that just so romantic? What is romance? What is Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day should be about love, friendship, pleasure, not pain. Lots of wonderful moments. As a family, we're going to go out for dinner. That's what Valentine's Day really is. And I'm just going to leave you with this idea. Carnation gram. This is the most cost-effective, wonderful one for marketing people, for relationship people, because as I said, I meet lots of single, divorced, in relationships, out of relationships people. This is a wonderful gift, and I wanted to share this gift because I received one of these when I was a girl, and I just adored it. One of my really, really true love people gave this to me, and this is such a good one. Another thing that I received, getting back to the idea of me being so well loved, how dare I say that? I once received 24 long stem red roses to my dorm in university. So I was living there, I was lonely for my family, my friends here, but I was so lucky to receive those, and many of my classmates had never even gotten one rose, never mind 24 delivered to our very environmental university. So I was well talked about that one, and that is something that's really nice. And I love to share these stories with people who are wanting to hear a good story. So often I find people are caught up in the chaos, caught up in the stress, and they're like, Cassandra, just tell me a nice story. I want to hear the good things in your life. That's what I'm getting all the time from people who want to be motivated by me. I'm getting that they want to hear a beautiful story. So this is a beautiful story where I got this wonderful red heart as a gift, because not many girls get that, and not many girls get the 24 long stem roses delivered to them. Same amazing person gave me a stack of cards, all with little inscriptions on them of true love. So true love is possible. True love can come into your life again if you're looking for that. It can. So I have lots of those happy stories, and in my own life, I'm creating my own happy stories. So Chloe's gonna come home today and find this for her, and she's going to find this. Earlier yesterday we made muffins for her class, we did Valentine's, doing all of those things to celebrate the idea of giving, the idea of love, and the idea that true love can exist is a nice thing. And I think that's part of what being sparkle-centered living is all about. Part of what living a notable life is all about. It's about sharing and inviting love into your life is a topic that is highly talked about every Valentine's Day. One thing I did in university after I was healing from the grieving of that relationship was I got out a red notebook. I went to my local library near my sorority house, and I spent hours there researching love and writing down everything that I liked about love, quotes, poems, anything about love that really resonated with me. There is an amazing ritual called tea and sympathy. And I said, in a future relationship, the person must do this with me. Now, I ironically don't do this in my relationship, but here is one, a good one for anyone starting a relationship. Listen to this. Tea and sympathy is a phrase. So you have a horrible day, you have a pre-arranged agreement with your partner where you say, honey, when I am stressed, I'm going to say these key words to you. Tea and sympathy. And that means leave me alone. That means give me a break. That means I need for you to listen and be sympathetic. So that was a ritual I always wanted to put in place, but didn't. Ironically, I don't do that, but that is a really good one for people out there who can incorporate that. I love that one. So that was in my red covered book on love. So tea and sympathy. Try to remember that one because people need a break. People need to be loved. People need tea, not necessarily. They don't need the tea part, but they need that break time. Tea and sympathy. It's like a force field. Tea and sympathy, just give me some space because I'm processing how chaotic the world has been towards me right now, and I just need some tea and sympathy. So I am going to leave you with those ideas and consider making I do go on and on, I'm sorry. Consider making a notebook. So if you want to attract love into your life, you can make a notebook, red cover, any color cover, a journal, and start writing down things that you like, quotes about love, ideas about your ideal relationship, and that's what you'll manifest towards you. And 3 months later, I did. Relationships are ongoing work. So as I said, I'm creating my own romance. I'm creating my own fun. I'm creating my own notable life. I become sparkle-centered with work. So pulling yourself into alignment is work. Staying fit is work. I still have my gym band on. Being perfect is impossible. So one other thing I'm doing, quick note, is putting all my gym bands in a jar, racking them up, and saying, those are my gold medals, those are my gold stars. Because each time I go, I'm getting my body in shape, I'm progressing towards my goals. So I'm going to leave you with those ideas, lots of great marketing ideas for Valentine's Day. Put it on your calendar for 2016. You can pre-plan. Many big brands pre-plan and have pre-planned for many years from now. So you can put that on your calendar for the future and put that in your ideas file for ongoing campaigns, ongoing promotions. I'm going to leave you with those ideas. Happy Valentine's Day!